Voddie Baucham. For so many Christians, that name strikes a chord, one of conviction, clarity, and courage. On September 25, 2025, the world lost a passionate leader, a gifted teacher, and a man unafraid to speak truth as he saw it, at just 56 years old. Born in Los Angeles back in 1969, Voddie's story began with humble roots. Raised by a single mother, he learned early what it meant to rely on faith and perseverance. His journey took him from Houston Baptist University through seminary and all the way to a doctorate, but it's what he did with his education that truly set him apart. I remember hearing Voddie's voice for the first time. It was like a wake-up call. He challenged men to step up, families to unite, and churches to hold fast to the gospel. Voddie didn't just talk about biblical manhood and family discipleship, he lived it. Married to his beloved wife Bridget for over 30 years, together they raised 9 children, a living testament to his convictions. But Voddie's influence stretched far beyond his own home. He served as pastor in Texas, founded Voddie Baucham Ministries, and spent nearly a decade in Zambia as Dean of Theology at African Christian University. In 2024, he returned to the U.S. to lead the brand new Founders Seminary in Florida, shaping the next generation of Christian leaders. Of course, Voddie wasn't without controversy. His bold, ultra-conservative views, especially on topics like complementarianism and cultural issues, sparked debate. He warned against social justice ideology in the church, a message that made his 2021 book, Fault Lines, a bestseller. Whether you agreed or disagreed, you couldn't ignore him. And yet, even as his platform grew, Voddie faced his own battles. In 2021, he was hospitalized for heart failure, and the outpouring of prayers and support from across the globe was overwhelming. It was a reminder that no matter how strong our convictions, we all need grace. The exact cause of that final emergency medical incident that took him isn't fully public. What we do know is this: Voddie finished his race, leaving behind a family who loved him, a global church that wrestled with his words, and a legacy that won't be forgotten anytime soon. Tributes are pouring in, from leaders, musicians, regular folks like you and me. They're remembering a man who stood firm, loved deeply, and pointed people to Christ. Sometimes with a challenge, sometimes with compassion, always with conviction. So as we reflect on Voddie Baucham's life, I'm reminded of his favorite message: it's not about us, it's about the gospel.
What we do in the midst of this sin-sick age that has rejected the gospel and perverted the gospel and replaced the gospel with that which is not the gospel. Is that we call out that wickedness. We call it by name. And we remind people of the good news of the gospel again and again and again until it tastes sweet to them. When people say, no, our problem is this, our problem is that, we say, no, our problem is that God created the world, and God created man, and he put man in the garden to keep the garden, and he gave the man a command, and he held that man to perfect, perpetual obedience to that command, and he promised him life if he kept it, and death if he didn't, and he didn't keep it, he ate. And because he ate, because of that one man, sin entered the world and death through sin. And everyone born from that man through ordinary generation inherited that man's sin nature. And because of that sin nature, sins proceed from it. And our world is broken because of that sin.
May we hold tight to that truth and live our own legacies with the same passion and purpose. Drop your thought in the comment below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe for more update.